I said, hey, what a wonderful kind of day. You learn to cast a game. Welcome back. We are here with Vicious and Delicious and 5M. Welcome. I am Hinduman. Alongside me is Kratata. We are in the North American Challenger scene. Week 7, the final week. This is the game of the week, well, in the Challenger scene. And you guys are here just in time. Because right now, 5am versus Vicious and Delicious. Tell me what's going on. I was gonna let you.
What this is, I'm so excited. I have never been excited before in my life, so this is a little bit hard for me to deal with, and I'm shaking a little bit. But what it comes down to is this is the match. It's potentially the decider, but it's also maybe the penultimate match, the decider. And what happens is if Vicious and Delicious win this, they're good. They go to land. Doesn't matter. Whatever they do in the finals, they can lose in like 2 minutes total between both games. They could add up their surrender time and hit 2 minutes. They could go for a record. It doesn't matter. They go to land if they win this match. 5-Finger Men, it's a little bit harder. They win this game. They go into the finals, likely against the Rambosos, but we could see an upset. Who knows? They have to win that. If they take first, they do go to finals, or go to the land. If they take second, they lose by, guess how many points?
22.
So, 1. They lose by 1 point. If they take second place and Vicious and Delicious takes
kind of brutal.
Fourth. That's
brutal.
Really unfortunate. That's every game matters. Every week counts. You can't lose anything. We've seen this before. 1 point.
Well, guys, we're already in the game. The picks and bans have already happened, but we held this so you could all join us. And now we're going straight into the game, and we'll show you 5am versus Vicious and Delicious on your screens right now. Let's go, production. There we go. Look at that, production.
Yeah, we did it.
You see, what you'll find here, guys, is Challenger Scene has the greatest production known to man. We're going to see 5am on the left-hand side of your spectator UI. The bottom half of the map is going to be where they're starting from. Mace of the Face is going to be playing mid lane. Noir. Homify is going to be in the jungle as Cat. Bugsy's going to be playing Bacchus. AD carried. He's on Apollo. And the best around is going to be on Mana in the solo lane. What a Vicious and Delicious brought to the table, correct?
Vicious and Delicious have Ecliptium playing as their support. They actually had a little bit of a roster moving. So there's you know, they put in a new AD carry. Their AD carry moved to support. Their support moved to jungle. So it's going to be Ecliptium in the support role on Athena. Wubba in the jungle as Thor. Janin playing that hunter role. Ram Heater will be the solo lane Shock. And in the mid lane, off the team, aka Kabam as Ra. I'm really excited for this match. I mentioned that before, but you know, I actually got my hair did just especially for today.
I'm really glad you got your hair done because, to be honest, the shine that you used to have before was a little bit much. I'm really glad that toupee is paying off for you now.
Yeah, no,
I'm glad you went for that.
For me. It feels great, very comfortable, and I'm really excited. I hope it'll really bring out how much I. Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you.
To start this game, though, 2 early wards coming out from Vicious and Delicious, both covering both these mid camps. Keep an eye for the early invades. Overall, making sure they don't get invaded on at the start of this game. One thing to note in the solo lane, we've got Vamana versus Chart, Runeforge Hammer on, Smithy's Hammer on both of these, working for that Runeforge Hammer there. But the best has gone for Boots, whereas Chuck has gone for the Hog. Reasons why?
So Chuck's gonna get Hog, which ensures that he's very hard to invade on in the early game. Whereas the best has not gone for Hog, it's greedier. But if they get invaded on here, they're going to have to rely on Homieffi's Hog just to secure that one. Or Homifei's Hog, just to secure the blue. And they've already used it, so a potential invade, if it had happened, likely would have taken that blue buff. It didn't, so it's fine, but if it did, it would have been bad. That's why a lot of the weaker teams are sort of forced into running that Hog on their solo laner, because you're more likely to invade on a weaker team.
Well, one thing to note as well, Sirket did not do the red buff there. She immediately came to lane after helping with the mid camp, so hit level 2 as well. But red buff still aligned full with the early rotation here. Wubba going to find Mace in the face from behind. He's already used the fog. Not going to go aggressive though. Just going to look to soak up some experience. And now Sirket leaves the solo island as well to head towards mid lane because you can see Thor's looking for the invade at the speed here.
Yeah, big ward coverage coming out from Vicious and Delicious. This has already been planned, but because Sirket followed that rotation so quickly, Wubba is going to be a little bit careful. Will find a flank onto Bugsy, but not going to really go for it as Sirket is noticed rotating over. Neither jungler getting farm right now. Wubba will head back in the mid lane and pick up a wave 5 or 6 creeps, coming with a spin onto Homifei. Not going to do too much damage there. Just, you know, like 2 ticks, maybe 50 or 60 damage. He really wants his speed buff, and I don't blame him because speed buff is the best buff.
It is the best buff, and now he's still looking for this once again. He's still slightly ahead on XP over Homify at the moment because he didn't take that red buff yet, did so. But it's about even now as the speed buff gets pulled. It's going to reset to him now. It comes out as well for a bit of damage. Hog trade's going to happen. It looks like he's going to go to Vicious and Despair. And now the aggression comes out as Homify tries to get away. The double tap from the hammer connects. As you see, Ra rotating. Celestial Beam does not connect, but it does with. And Thor going to try and zone onto Mace to the face, getting some nice damage down. I don't damage to bring him down. The fog ticking away as well. Speed buff did Vicious and Delicious though.
Yeah, and nice job from Wubba not to pick it up immediately. Oh, Bugsy in a lot of trouble, and that's going to be a catch for First Blood. And Clip TM picking it up. Now, First Blood going to a support doesn't sound ideal, but it's going to speed things up in a certain sort of way. Earlier Midas Boots is actually potentially really huge.
As a support player, it's great to get First Blood because it means I can rush my, Midas Boots a lot quicker. It means I get my Hog 3 online earlier, which means we can start looking at doing goal heroes a little bit sooner. Hold that right-hand side. Ultimate's coming out from both of them. As you can see, the aggression coming out. Look who's waiting in the wings. Wubba is here. He's hunting. He's waiting for the best back up to full health thanks to the big baby form. Now he's going to rotate in his Wubba. Is he going to be able to find anything? Well, he has got to be careful because he's very low. The Umbrella Rag only hits from one side. He's trying to buy time with the minion wave as well. The turnaround as Wubba comes in, but now he's got his minion wave online. He's too low on mana. At the same time, Chuck's too low on HP to really engage with Homify coming in. That's all she wrote. But mid camps are spawning, and it looks like Vicious are in position.
Okay, so that's interesting. I would have said that gang didn't work out for Vicious and Delicious if it didn't draw Homify over. But it did. Now on the left-hand side, Bugsy actually will be right back, heading over to a quick be right back screen, guys. So just stay tuned. We'll be back as soon as possible.
Welcome back, boys and girls. We're still in this game 5 versus Vicious and Delicious. The best, but quick pause issue there going on, but we're back in the game for you. As 2,000 experience lead, 1.3k gold lead in favor of Vicious and Delicious, and a lot of that credit comes down to the initial First Blood and the engagement of the speed.
Yeah, I mean, Vicious and Delicious are just pressuring 5 Angry Men very hard, which is interesting because 5 Angry Men comes sort of from the Denial lineage. You've got Pain, who is now on Snipe, and you've got Mace of the Face, who is on this team. You've got Rush, who disappeared, and Pom Pom works for hi-rez. So it feels like this is the team that is continuing the fable, and Denial was just such an early game focused team. They invaded every game and made D and Brandon very proud.
Well, at the moment, Gazest has finished off his Runeforged hammer as well as Chuck has on his side of things. The boots are on vet line for Vermana. Still no actives for the best. Meanwhile, Hog's still available for Hida in the solo matchup. Blue Buffs respawning on both sides of the map, and you can see that Circuit and Vermana are already in position to bring that one down. But drop it, then go and clear the wave, then go back for blue buff, just to buy full time and usage of that blue buff credit we're farming.
In the middle lane, you saw an interesting sort of gank. It wasn't an attempt at a kill. Wubba just rolled in, spun all over Nuwa, and dropped Mace of Ace to half health, and it's sort of like on-demand lane control, because off the team is now 400 health ahead of his opposing mid laner. Mace of the Face is going to be looking to recall, or at least stay safe, as off the team pushes a little bit forward, and sort of freaks out Mace of the Face. Ward goes down, and this is just like sort of little intricacies of map control and wave pressure, and it's really good to see that Vicious and Delicious does have those fundamentals, and 5 Angry Men does as well. If someone pushes forward, they're probably doing something.
Wubba's floating around this left-hand side of the map of the golf here. He's looking for on mid. He knows the speed buff is up very, very soon, Cret, as well. And if they can get this, they can also look for a Golf Fury attempt if they do manage to find a pick here. Wubba's still around here waiting for the speed buff to spawn. There's nothing in his own jungle to farm right now, so he's okay to hover, but there's nothing, available for him now. Now, at this moment in time, you can see the ward is at the speed buff. Yeah, he's waiting. Wubba's just waiting. He's waiting to ult in on this speed buff.
There it is.
Here he goes, straight away. We saw it coming. There was nothing to farm. Here comes a dunk onto 2 men with the Athena Wombo and the snipe from off the team. The speed buff goes to him as well. Ow.
Dare I say it, they prepared? Because
really?
that was a pocket play. That was planned out ahead of time. Oh yeah, I mean, of course they prepared, but it's so great to see that clear evidence of thought and planning and coaching, and now there's a new trying to contest the gold fury, but it's already gone. sitting
Apollo.
up 3,500 gold. Apollo's gonna dive in. 80 carried on his way out.
Taunt.
Will get taunted. Astro Barrage coming through, but Janin is absolutely
Oh,
disgusting
Janin.
with that accuracy. Now Mrs. Face could be in trouble. Woba's hammer was actually in the wall after it hit the backswing, so he wasn't able to teleport in. Mrs. Face will go up in the
Buy
air.
some time.
Here comes Homafae.
Homafae?
This could turn around a little bit.
Good, there's the ultimate coming out. He's going to look for the damage, and there's the backside with the belly flop. Going to get the burp off as well, but a great taunt from Eclipse Team there. Going to be able to buy some time. Meanwhile, the best gets a solo kill on Heater, but he did get assist from Mace to the face with that ultimate, which could have turned the fight around in that situation. I think that's why we saw a solo kill over there more than anything else. It's really odd on that.
Yeah, potentially. I mean, generally you don't see that in a lane, especially when both of them have Runeforged Hammer, but Best did seem to have some sort of lane advantage early on, probably carrying it through, and he's a very strong mechanical player. He always has been. And Heater, I mean, he's had some trouble. Like, he was replaced on the original Vicious and Delicious by first Wolfie, then Omega, and now it's sort of a chance for him to try and reclaim his former glory. So far, his team's doing pretty well. I mean, maybe it's just an off game, who knows, but Vicious and Delicious are looking very good. I mean, this lead, 8 minutes in, huge.
It is pretty big for them. Now, the one thing to come out of this, from Bacchus' point of view here,
Thor's
Bugsy's going to be able to...
with the Athena once again
It's
on the
coming down
combo,
again.
looking for the mid
Oh,
lane,
he's too
but
early.
Athena too early. That's unfortunate, but whatever, they can do it in another 90 seconds, which, just think about that.
And if it lands, the snipe from off the team again
It's
across
crazy.
the team that gets stunned out, it's disgusting. Speedbuff going to spawn Delicious very soon. And going back to my original point is Bacchus can start working on his sovereignty a little bit earlier if he so wishes. He doesn't have to get Hog 3 yet because he's down, but he did choose to get the Hog 3. As I said that, he could have gone for looking to try and pick up the early sovereignty because he doesn't need the Hog 3 just yet, with that being on cooldown. But for now, he's going to do that, pressure in mid lane once again as 3 members versus 2 off the team. Has the shoes of focus, working towards that Warlock Sash in the mid lane as well. His red buff is available. Speed being taken by Wubber at the moment.
And now off the team is actually in a bit of a bad spot. Will try and use his ult to stay alive, but now stuck with the heal reduction down to 0, turning things around as Homafae is going to be able to jump out just barely. Intoxicate, finding the kill from Bugsy, and Ecliptium forced to back off. And that's how Five-Ring needs to play this. They need to not die to the Wombo combo with Thor and Athena, and then they have to find a gank in the time between that. It's gonna be hard, and now in the middle lane, Wubba coming back in. Mesavase could be in trouble as his ultimate is
The stun to the massive damage Eclipse could be in a bit of trouble here. Gonna have to retreat away. The wall comes out. Can he spin to win to clean up? Just gonna look for the in-hands at the moment. Can he find someone to base the face? The double tap does not connect. Only the single belly flop comes in. Apollo's coming down from the sky as well. As Eclipse is stuck around to try and support the team. He drops Rama. Takes to the sky looking for the snipes. He can't find them. Mace to the face stays standing, and now Wubba's gonna run away as AD carried still here, but now he turns up to the fight, forcing them all away from that one. And overall, I think it was just a 1-for-1 trade there, or just a 1-for-0.
No, that was a 2-for-0 if you want to count the initial kill onto Ra there.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's a big gold swing back. I mean, experience is about 1,500, but gold swing back is also about 1,000. Vicious and Delicious did not do so well when they were sort of shooting from the hip. When they weren't planning ahead, they had some trouble, and this is an interesting indication of team strengths and weaknesses. So maybe Five-Ring Men wants to force situations where Vicious and Delicious is a little less prepared.
Oh, mid-camps have respawned now, 5 AM. Going to look to get both these sides. Well, the snipe comes out, does not find them on the right-hand side. Left-hand side already been taken down by Bacchus. And one thing to note as well is the best got some more free farm over in the solo lane there, correct, when we saw Heater rotate mid to try and support that fight. Now he's going to lose the blue buff over to the best as well. Left-hand side, Wubba's going to get caught out by the Deathbane and Cobra's Kiss combination. A lot of damage onto Wubba. He's going to watch his HP pull. Oh, he takes a tick from the fog as well. Going to drop him very low. And this is going to be the first time I don't think they can steal the speed. Or can they? Because Eclipse is going to come in. Realize the hog. He doesn't know the hog's been used though. The hog has been used by Homafae. He could have just stolen that with a hog if he's got it available. Does he? He does. He could have just stolen that away. But Gold Fury's up so soon. It's a bit risky. And now Mace to the face, looking for the aggression onto Eclipsium. Off the team, going to get some nice damage off into him, forcing out the ultimate. Scared of taking too much damage. Going to buy himself a bit of time. Full reset for now. But Gold Fury up very, very soon.
I like the disengage call. They were actually outnumbered there, so it's just a good, safe call to back off. Now, they will not be able to get... Ooh, Snipe does connect as Homofei is picking up the speed buff, but it's just going to force him to recall. Now, force recall is not that bad. You can do something off of that, and Mace of the Face in the middle lane could be experiencing that. Wubba, though, getting turned around upon Best shows up, clear the path, and Wubba's just going to go directly in there, but nice burst. Good combo coming out from the Best, and that Athena ult not going to come through in time. Now, Bugsy in the jungle as Apollo is going to come crashing down, but only hits one tick.
Double taunt
with the two-man taunt, and here comes Shock. Will he find the Thunderstorm? Not gonna get it. Storm call off the mark, but Bugsy falls
goes down,
and that's probably a Gold Fury.
This is up to the Best now. The Best has to try and deal with this and defend this at all costs. He's got the help of Homify with him. The two of them together can wreak havoc on this fight, but it's going to be very difficult for the two. What can Best do here? He's going to go in with the umbrella. He's looking for the first damage onto the Eclipse. He takes it out. That's the Hog 3 down. Who's going to get the Gold Fury now? Because it's contested between the two. A lot of damage coming out. Vicious and Delicious do get the Gold Fury, but at what cost? What cost indeed, because now Homify goes down, but the Best still fighting. Does go into a killing spree. He's got to run away from this. Everyone's very low on mana. But Gold Fury goes to Vicious and Delicious. Experience is even. 3k gold lead, though, for Vicious.
So here's the thing. Vamana is big. He's 3-0. Rama is big. He's 4-1. Actually, on the middle lane, Mistface taking some damage again. Snipe coming through. Will connect. It's not going to be a kill, but it will be a recall. Mistface gets back to lane and has to go back immediately. Behind an experience, behind in gold already, and there's a lot of pressure on him. As I was saying, Rama's ahead. Vamana's ahead. So, a big Vamana would be very bad for Vicious and Delicious if their Rom wasn't fed, because Rom's going to be the one player who can sort of carve through that health bar, but Jaden needs to keep this rolling, and he needs to play very well this game if he wants his team to take the W, because Best is gonna get big.
Yeah, I mean, right now, as it stands on the map, Jaden is being an issue. He picks up Mace to the Face at the start of that engagement before the Gold Fury, when Mace to the Face felt like he was safe, and we saw Thor fighting off against the Best. He made that a 1-for-1 trade before that, but then Bugsy getting caught out as well. Mid-camp's going to spawn very, very soon. Bugsy's already in position on the left. Contestation on the right-hand side is about to begin. Thor's going to the sky at the same time. He's going to look for the dunk down. The taunt does not connect with anyone, but does the dunk? That's the question. It does. It's on Mace to the Face. The Age is going to buy him a little bit of time. Actually soak up the Celestial Beam, and there's the ult to buy himself in a few more seconds for the rest of his team to come in. Heater is here though. Snipe does not connect with anyone. Wubba still going aggressive on Homify, looking for the killing blow with the Athena downtown dunk. Does not find it, but gets some damage off on Bugsy. And now Wubba's caught out again, but a good top from Eclipse going to buy some time with the Best on the backside, continuing to ravage on.
AD carried in a lot of trouble, will not be able to get up in the air thanks to an auto attack from off the team. Now Heater in the front line, he's aggressing onto Bugsy, but with that big baby, he's gonna have to back away and need some body blocks, need some help from his team. Doesn't have the ability to juke away. He's just trying to buy some time and bait it out in the heal. He should be alright for now, and he's sustaining up. The torrent's gonna give him some protections, but a nice swing coming through from Homofei, going to turn that fight around. Now off the team's in a lot of trouble, and this is likely going to turn around. Ecliptium will fall as well. On the left-hand side, though, Rom did not join this engagement, which is probably why it went so poorly. But he's going to get that tier 2.
Yep, he should easily get the tier 2. But
I don't want to call that worth.
Can 5am get the mid tower in response as well? Because then it definitely isn't worth overall. Apollo is ulting in to defend this left tower. It's gone down though, and he thinks of it. Mid tower's trying to be chunked down here, but Wubba going to look for the aggression on Bugsy, turning this one around a little bit. This is paying off a little bit more, or is it? Because now Wubba's in trouble, and now with the snipes coming out, can he find him? He's still going to go in.
He miscalculated the damage. Now he's jumping in. He's looking for the damage with the auto attacks. Mace to the Face. Gonna just juke those around, and Jaden gonna have to return to base. This is still 4,500 gold, and it's even an experience. So Vicious and Delicious is now winning off of their objective game. It's literally the two gold furies and the inner tower, and that's why they're up in gold. But in experience, they're dead even. And I think what it comes down to, in terms of experience and in sort of team fight communication, there's a distinct advantage for 5 Angry Men.
Guys, if you've just tuned in, this is 5am versus Vicious and Delicious. Whoever wins this game, Vicious and Delicious, if they win, they will go through to the wildcard spot. 5am have to come first this week, in this week 7 of the Challenger Cup, to have the shot at the wildcards themselves over Vicious and Delicious. This is why this game is so important to both teams right now, and this is why they're going so hard. Is the Best is 2v1 at the moment in the solo, going to back out immediately. But New World was on the way over for the support. It's really close though, Cret. 74 experience, 22 experience. Every time I check it, it's even on XP.
It's gonna be moving all over the place. So let's talk about what's happening, right? Vicious and Delicious has these sort of pocket setup plays that they've been using this game. Thor Athena combos with the raw snipe, and that was working. but 5 Angry Men made the necessary adjustments, right?
That's
like
right.
they were going on Mesa phase, so he buys an Aegis 3 and will chain Aegis into his ultimate every time with 20% damage reduction. He's gonna be able to get up in the air. You can't kill him that fast. Right-hand tower should go down here. Not quite gonna interrupt Best, but they can tank this tower out and walk away. Best is not that scary that he can carve right through them. The level 17, this is not a good 2v1 fight.
His
Mana will win it, and with
Homify's
that
coming.
curse, Homify
Jack's
is...
got no mana.
I don't think this
Gonna
will
go
be
in
a
with the
kill.
defense.
Nice
Cobras kissed.
intro.
Great roll.
And
And
now
there's
Athena
the
coming to
re-engage.
teleport in. Damage onto Homify, but gonna be able to jump away. And now Thor up in the air might not be able to survive there. Just barely.
Just for now, and now the best still taking the front line on Ecliptium, and now the burst damage doesn't find the stun. The clay minions did not explode on that one. And meanwhile, though, Apollo trades back, left-hand side tower. Is he going to be able to get the tier 2? I doubt it. Thor is back there, as is Rama. But the Hunters, they're taking in turns to rotate over here, correct?
Yeah, they are. AD Carried is able to have the luxury of rotating with his ult, whereas Jainin has to make the manual rotation. Since the inner tower is down, he's going to be looking for that foot rotation a little bit more often because staying in lane is not that good of an option. I mean, taking a Phoenix, unlikely at this point in the game, not without more damage, a Titan's Bane, etc. So, I mean, really the question here is Vicious and Delicious can be able to make the adjustments to their playstyle, because Murder Mesa Face was a good strategy early,
Robert's got
but...
up. They're looking for the snipes on
They're
base.
still
The face, the
trying
second
for it.
connects, the third one connects. One more auto should be enough. The snipe does not connect to the agent.
Nice.
Bugsy does use the intoxicate. He's not going to buy enough time though for his teammate to escape. And now Bugsy is the one being focused down. Rama turns up Jaden. Should be able to pick him up with the in-hands overall. But Wubba's going to die to the tower overall. If I secures that one, now we're going to see AD Carried come in there on that Apollo, looking to clean up off the team, trying to buy himself some time. He's not going to get heals thanks to the weakening curse coming out from the best. And now the best here as well, Ecliptium, is going to be the focus for the time being because he is just too tanky.
Yeah, now Heater gonna get turned on a little bit, but it looks like Vamana cannot get in range. I'd like to point out that these solo laners have identical builds, but Vamana, it feels like it's suiting him a little bit better, and he's, of course, much further ahead. Sitting at 6-0, the best is back in his true form. I mean, we haven't seen him play this well in a while. Like,
Well,
not since Dignitas, like, since Dignitas and a few weeks.
sometimes the big games bring out the best in his overall, and this is one of those games that is really important to both of them. Vicious and Delicious going to start the Goal Fury. Homify is the only one here. Bugsy's on his way back with the best as well in tow, along with Mesa the Face. This is getting bursted down quite slowly, in all honesty. It's going to force the reset from them for the time being. So, Goal Fury contestation is going to begin sooner rather than later. You can see Bugsy trying to clear out that Sentry Ward. Does
And
manage to
here's
get
why.
it, so buy some time.
Jainin stayed out in the field for too long. He's got 2,500 gold, and he's gonna actually finish Shin size here. When you have a light blade or a balance blade, and you go back and you're like, oh hey, I have 3,000 gold, 2,500 gold. Chin size is a really good option because though it's super expensive, it's actually gold efficient. It's actually more gold efficient than, say, a Heartseeker when it comes to just auto attack damage. Gold Fury pulled again, this time by 5 Angry Men, and this is sort of one of their first really control plays. Like, this is the first time they've had the ability to make a play so far in this game. They've been fighting.
Wubba needs to watch himself. Wubba's going to get bursted huge because he didn't see Noir rocking around the corner. The poison's going to tick. Didn't even have to use the Noir ultimate there to secure that one. And going back, though, to the Rama that you were discussing there, Crep, picking up the chins there, it will help against the Vamana, which is one of the big issues that 5am have on their team for Vicious and Delicious right now. He's 6-0-3, and one way to kill a big baby is to chunk through his health pool.
Yeah, and you know, with this light blade, you gotta wonder what they're gonna be going into next. Probably an executioner. Hold on, jumping in is Bugsy. Damage off the team. Ram up in the air, but he does not have a secure line of sight. Interrupted, and that's going to be the kill. Noir. No, Homify gonna secure that one. Noir not doing much.
Well, now with him going down as well, it's going to buy a few more seconds for Thor to respawn. He's up now, but is he going to be able to get back here in time? With the best here as well, he has given up on this Goal Fury. The best might be able to fight off the team on the backside, though. Weakening Curse has been popped. The slow is already on, and evaporates. Homify finds himself another kill. Now, Ecliptium has to try and make a desperate attempt to steal away this Goal Fury. It's too little too late, though. It's already gone down, and now he's also going to fall down here. He's going to try to away. Not today.
That... Vicious and Delicious had a strong game plan going forward, but now that everyone's just sort of This game is off the rails. It's off the plan. Things are happening differently than the way Vicious and Delicious expecting them to do, and 5-Man is doing better because it feels like they have more on-the-fly calling. They have more ability to do that, and probably just speaks to more experience overall. I mean, there are some very good players on Vicious and Delicious, just terms of mechanics, but leadership is... I mean, Ecliptium, not really suited for the leader role. Janin is very new to the competitive scene, same with off the team. Lava and Heater have been around for a while, and Heater, speaking of which, get a Storm Cold, will be able to get away. He's going to receive the Defender of Olympus as well, just in case. My point is, who's the shot caller? Because...
I mean, you said yourself, Vicious and Delicious, like, they came with a set game plan, and it worked really well during the early stages.
Yeah.
I think the difference is 5AM are very, very good at adapting to situations. They dealt with the engages, they worked out how to deal with it, defended their speed buff, and then turned it around. The best got big in the solo lane, and now they're starting to have an issue with the best, and Vicious and Delicious don't have a real answer for it. That's why I think you're seeing the chins come out of Rama there overall, is because he's looking to try and get themselves back in this game and deal with Vamana, who, let's be honest, no one can really deal with right now.
Yeah, I mean, what it comes down to is Crit is very, very good at killing squishies like Mace to Face. But actually, speaking of Mace to Face, he's up in the air. Will have to come down. Rom is going to try and snipe this. One hit, two hit, third hit's not going to connect, but Thor will. And now interrupted immediately. Wubba's going to potentially get turned around. He wants the kill, but he's getting turned. So much damage, and Mace looks like he's going to survive. There he is. Vamana diving the backline with the help of AD carried off the team, going to be able to get in the way, but Best finds a kill onto Jane, now turning onto Heater. Not going to have the damage for that one. Athena is going to die. That's a bad position.
Waiting on the side, and there's a belly flop in, and that's going to be all she wrote for him. And now Heater could get caught out here as well. If they can find some in-house, there's a death bane going on, but he is still quite tanky. The best in the back line still. Bugsy tanking up for the very last tower shot, as many as he can, so his team can continue diving this one. But they're going to dive the Phoenix as well. Homify going deep for that, but now he may go down. One auto attack should be enough to bring him down. One Phoenix shot at least. But does Duke out with the death bane survive? Mid-tower falls, 20-11. And that was Vicious and Delicious going aggressive there, Krat. Gambling and putting a lot to kill Mace to the face and not actually killing him that cost him that whole fight.
And now Control is in favor of 5-Man. They have the first gold lead of the game for them. But experience has been in their favor for a while now, since about the 18th minute. They're currently sitting at 12,000 experience, which is going to start to level off as people are approaching level 20. But Vicious and Delicious has had some trouble this game. They're very good players. Their shot caller is apparently Kabam. I've been informed by production, and I mean, he's new to this. He has to grow as a caller, and on the fly in the team fights, the communication just doesn't seem to be there. If Vicious and Delicious doesn't qualify for the LAN, I would not be surprised to see some of their players there as ringers or quick pickups for some of the other teams. They are looking very strong individually and in the team fights, just not as a team in the team fights.
Well, the charts right now, 12,000 experience lead for 5AM. Gold lead only 3,000 though in favor of 5AM, which shows you that the farm's still going on for 5AM as they continue the pressure, but gold is not that much of a difference, so itemization kind of similar. It's just levels that are playing an advantage in the as well as, you know, shot calling and things, as I just said.
Yeah, the intangibles, of course, but levels is really the big advantage in favor of 5-Man here. Ecliptium's getting aggressive by himself. Where's the follow-up going to be?
He's
Doesn't
coming out.
quite get beads. Heater and Wubba a little bit late. Now Wubba getting turned around, and we've seen him bursted before, but no crits coming out from Serpent.
Best is here.
Forced to jump away, but Best is jumping in. Heavily Chili coming out defensively. The Storm Call will provide enough heal, but Best did not actually go into his ultimate. Now Heater has to find a way out as he's at half health.
Apollo's
rooted
up
by the new Wa. Apollo going to try and dive in onto the back. We'll find a knockback onto Ecliptium, and that's not ideal. The wall is going to mess things up for everyone. Heater going to try to find a way out. Jump on Nuwa. Combo coming through. Best able to get a kill. Rama from the air. But Thor's going to come down as well. And now trying to re-aggress is Vicious and Delicious, giving chase. But
the Cobra
is so slippery.
So slippery indeed, and now you're going to see off the team surrounded by 4 members trying to juke out as many abilities as he can. As he tries to heal up, the belly flop doesn't connect from Bugsy, but the chase is on off the team. The death bane connects and ambush onto his face. It brings him down as well. A 3-for-0 exchange in favor of 5AM, and they're immediately rotating around, looking to take down another tier 2 tower. Left-hand tier 2 tower is due to fall very, very soon if those minions keep doing work. And 5AM, they could be going to the finals here. They could still get this wildcard spot.
It's going to be a long road, not just this game, but they need 2 more wins afterwards up against a team that is going to be the Rambozos. They have taken down Apex Predator in their semifinal matchup, so 4th seed losing to 1st, which is expected as far as brackets go. And as Rambozos have grown a lot over this season. They originally, I wouldn't say they looked like Agilitas, nothing close, but now they do. They're a very dominant team in the North American Challenger Cup.
So, just to be clear, if Vicious and Delicious do lose this game, they still have a chance to go to the wild card because 5am have to beat the Rambozos in the final. And we all know the Rambozos over the past 7 weeks have performed fantastically to secure themselves #1 seed already. And it's going to come up to a best of 3 against them. If 5am can defeat Vicious and Delicious here, at the moment they're looking good for it. Apollo split pushing the left for this final tier 2 tower. They're forcing Raw over to defend that side at the moment, and now you can see 5am's ward game starting to control this fire giant and look for the opportunity, correct, to find a pick to secure this fire giant for themselves.
Now, what I want to mention is the way 5am men have played this, they had the best carry their early mid game in that transition. He was doing very, very well. And then they transitioned a lot of those kills over to Homefei on Circuit to have that late game assassin presence. And Homefei now very strong, probably going to a Titan's Bane next, but it could be Magi's, could be something else entirely. And this is really the Circuit that we've been afraid of, but haven't quite seen.
Very true.
This is the power of this character. She is insane.
Homify is really showing what sort of mechanical skill level can do for you with a god like this. The best able to tank up the front line quite happily. He's got chins, he's got Runeforged Hammer, he's also got Witchblade and Titan's Bane. That build is disgusting, and he's 8-0 and 10. The best wants to go to the wild card. That's what's being said right now.
He really does. He's hungry. He is hungry like he has never been before. Speed buff is being contested. This is late game, so you fight over the speed buff, right? That's how that works. One buff forced to back away. Speed buff will be reset, but not leashed. Oblivion's going to come in. They're engaging. They want this buff, and it is going to go to 5 Angry Men. So the most important objective on the map has been taken. Now, Homefei is going to hit stasis mode. We're going to go to a BR back screen, and we'll be back in just a few minutes once we get this resolved.
Welcome back, guys and girls. We're back to 5am versus Vicious and Delicious. Quick pause there, but it's all sorted out now. Mid-card's being contested. You can see Apollo is split pushing the left-hand side at the moment. Bugsy's going to jump over the wall from the mid-harpies. But all in all, he's buying time for Apollo to continue the split push as both teams look to just continue to siege around this fire giant and hold positioning. Wards from both teams.
Yeah, both these teams know that this fire giant is likely going to set the pace and decide what's going to happen in the next few bits of the game. For that team fight, you got to think it's really Circuit and Vimana who are going to decide the pace of the team fight, right? Will Vicious and Delicious be able to handle them, be able to
here we go,
kite?
Because Fire Giant has been engaged, and he is coming in, and he's taking a lot of damage very, very quickly. He's already down to half health. Apollo comes in. Who's going to choose to go? And that's the question. They're going to look at the raw off the team. Is being focused down. He's bursting so low and makes to the face with the ult. They're going to bring him down. Meanwhile, Homefire off to the right side, continuing to fight the Chuck as you can see Ecliptium getting very low. That's the target they really want. Homefire does finally find Heater, and now Ecliptium's going to drop down as well in the mid lane. That's the Hawk 3 down. Where they're going to pressure, that's the question. They're looking to try and pick up some more kills in mid, by the looks of it. Mace to the face, hovering around with the best, waiting for Rama to land back down after the snipes have failed. Jaden's in a lot of trouble. He's low on mana, but he does get back to the safety of the Phoenix. And now Thor takes to the sky. He comes down. He secures Homify. He's looking for more. No, he's not. He's going to use the hammer to jump away one more time. Can he survive? That is the question. He's just buying time. All members of 5am are very, very low here right now, Kret. They're sieging mid, but I think they're going to have to look to recall here because they can't really do the fire giant here. This is risky. This is risky. Thor's still alive. Janum's got no mana though when he's chasing. Janum's actually going to chase out, try and stop Mace to the face from back in. They didn't fire giant. They've gone back to base. 26-12. Great engagement for 5am.
Yeah, it was good, but it wasn't good enough, right? Like, they need to get that Fire Giant, and they need to get a Phoenix. They didn't do either of those things, and the big problem is, in an extended engagement, Athena can ult back in, which decreases her travel time. So when Thor stays alive, you saw the combo that we, and actually, I mean, we did see this, right? Athena used the ultimate just to get back in position to contest the Fire Giant. Didn't need to happen, but it's just sort of good mechanics, good play, and being careful. Vicious and Delicious knows that a lot rides on this. Well, and they really want the win.
Right now, they've gone and defended the Fire Giant for the time. Vicious and Delicious warded up, and immediately 5am came back and cleared out. So that whole fight, as you said, Kret, was null and void, really, because they didn't get anything out of it. They've not taken the Fire Giant, they've not taken the Phoenix, and Vicious and Delicious are all back alive one more time. Everyone returns to farming for now. Apollo off once again. AD carried, looking to split push the left-hand side, keep the pressure on that side of the map and force someone there. Last time we saw Thor defending that left-hand lane. At the moment, it's Raw back over there again. I mean, what do you do? Because the best is now pushing right as well.
I mean, the big thing...
Oh, hold that. Sorry. Deathbane connects in mid lane. There's the ultimate as well. Janum's in a lot of trouble. If the ambush connects, that will be all she wrote. And the tick lands. Janum goes down. New War ultimate was used, as is Apollo's. But Apollo's going to transition his across the sky straight to this Fire Giant for a 4v5 situation. The Fire Giant has been started. Bugsy's here. Homify's going to look at the zoning out. The best just doing blue buff casually as the rest of his team do the Fire Giant. Thor goes to the sky. They know something's coming. Eclipse comes in too early looking for the steal. And now he's going to get surrounded on Thor on the backside. That does look down onto AD carry, but the Mez buys time along with the Beast to reset his cooldowns as quick as possible. They're looking to burst down Wubber, who jumps away to his hammer. Meanwhile, the sniper on the back, AD carry does find Wubber, and now they're looking to trace him to Mace to the face. The belly flop doesn't do anything to Heater because he uses the beads. He are trying to keep as many people busy as he can. His Homify chases down one more time onto Athena, and Heater does manage to find Mace to the face, but at what cost? 3 members of his team, including himself, are now dead. Ra's in base. Eclipse going to fall by more than likely to Homify there, and now this should be a free Fire Giant. Nope, it looks like they're going to push for Phoenixes. They're leaving the Fire Giant standing.
I like the decision to push for the Phoenixes because the Fire Giant fights, Firing is winning them over and over and over. They might not be getting the crucial win, the win that gives them the immediate Fire Giant, though you could argue that they just had it there, but the Phoenix is something that they will have to fight over. They will have to contest over. So, getting down for to take a Phoenix when they can.
Gonna get away just in time. Big baby phone was popped by the best again to sustain the mid. Phoenix does fall finally. Respawns are coming back up for them shortly. 8 seconds on Eclipse, 15 seconds on Heater, 1 second on Wubber. That looks like a Phoenix on right. This could be greedy. Janum takes to the sky with the snipes. Can he find? That's the question. No, he cannot. But can Wubber clean up the best? He does do so. Weakening Curse also went off there as well. Bugsy belly flops away. Wubber going to continue the chase. They need to make something big, Vicious and Delicious. They've got Vermana dead for a good few seconds at least. It's going to be about 51 seconds here. And now they're looking for Bugsy at the moment. At least Wubber is the rest of the team. Going to continue looking for the Fire Giant. This looks like the big opportunity. They're going to start off now. Bugsy has no mana. I think he's got enough for a belly flop. He's going to have to make a big play.
Yeah, Bugsy's going to have to try and do something. And now we have seen this before for Vision Delicious. This is the staggered hogs, right? You use a Hand of the Gods right before your support does, so it kicks it into that range.
Bugsy's coming out, the snipe lands, 5 AM, get the Fire Giant! Bugsy, the drunken toga master, secures it for them, and now the rest of the 5 AM start to collapse. AD takes out Jaden on the backside, makes it a face getting hit by Wubber, but the fist of the gods coming out from Homify, gonna bring him down as well. Wubber's running away to his death. Meanwhile, AD carried on the backside, he's cleaning up Pete, running away from the engagement. Heater taking a lot of damage. He's now gonna fight Eclipse him as well. Luckily, Homify on his way over as well. The Sense gonna buy some time for Eclipse him to get away, but Heater's gonna fall too. 34 to 15. Bugsy the God.
Yeah, Bugsy able to get that, but man, I feel like Vicious and Delicious had everything they needed to secure that Fire Giant. Ecliptium's taunt should have been up. He had a Magi's Blessing, so he didn't get knocked up. He just didn't press the button at the right time. It's the pressure that's so high. The question you have to ask, right, is if they're under this level of pressure in the Challengers Cup and they end up going to land, how are they going to do under that pressure? But, you know, maybe with some coaching or the seniority or just maybe being shocked to how real it is, you could see something really, really spectacular coming through at the LAN event. Either way, Vicious and Delicious, they're going to be relying on the Rambozos to get the win in the finals. And honestly, Five Ring Men, this is their toughest match. That was tough. They had some trouble early on.
They did,
but Rambozos are crazy. They're very good.
And guys, that's the match you're going to get to see next. 5 AM versus the Rambozos. If 5 AM win, they go to LAN. If they don't win this best of 3, it's going to be the Team Vicious and Delicious that we just watched there will be going in their stead. We will be right back, guys, with that game. Stay tuned.